All right, so a new presidential executive order just dropped, and believe me, this isn't your average policy update. No, this is launching a massive nationwide effort in artificial intelligence. It's called the Genesis Mission, and the language they're using, well, it signals something absolutely monumental.
I mean, right there in the text, it invokes the Manhattan Project. Yeah, that Manhattan Project. You know, the all-hands-on-deck, top-secret race to build the atomic bomb, an effort that literally changed the world. So to compare anything to that, that tells you everything you need to know about the scale and the stakes we're talking about here. It's a huge deal.
So that's the big question, right? What exactly is this Genesis mission? And why on earth is the White House using a comparison that brings up such a massive piece of history? We're going to break it all down.
Okay, so to really get what the Genesis mission is all about, we've got to start with that comparison. I mean, understanding the original Manhattan Project is really the only way to decode the sheer ambition that's baked into this new AI initiative. And wow, when you put them side by side like this, the difference in goals it's pretty stark. The Manhattan Project was laser-focused on one single, let's be honest, destructive goal for national security. But the Genesis mission, it's all about using AI to create breakthroughs across a whole bunch of different fields. It's got that same national urgency, for sure. But this is a race for scientific and tech dominance, not for a weapon.
All right, so enough with the history lesson. Let's get to the mission itself. What exactly is the government trying to build here? Well, the order talks about unleashing a whole new age of innovation. And the engine for all of it? It's going to be AI.
So here's the core idea. The U.S. government is sitting on one of the biggest treasure troves of scientific data in the world, gathered over decades. The plan is to build one single integrated AI platform to finally make sense of it all. They're going to train powerful AI models on that data and then unleash them to supercharge research and find solutions way, way faster than any human team ever could. And this list right here, it makes it crystal clear this is not just some nerdy science project. Nope, these goals are all about national power and prosperity. We're talking national security, energy independence, making sure America stays the world's tech leader, and, finally getting a massive return on all those taxpayer dollars we've invested in research over the years. So how in the world are they actually going to do all that? Well, the engine room, kind of the central nervous system for this whole thing, is a brand new piece of tech. It's called the American Science and Security Platform. Just think of it as the powerful AI brain that's going to run the whole show. And this platform, it's the foundation for literally everything else. It's not just a single piece of software or an app. Nope, it's an entire ecosystem. And it's designed to bring together massive computing power, all that data we talked about, and a ton of AI tools, all in one secure, unified system. So let's look under the hood and see how this brain is actually supposed to work. Step 1, you need raw horsepower. We're talking access to the nation's biggest supercomputers. Step 2, you develop the actual intelligence. These are AI agents built to chew through data and even come up with new ideas. Step 3, you feed it. You give it access to those massive, invaluable federal datasets. And finally, step 4, you connect it to the real world with automated research tools, so the AI can actually direct experiments and see if its ideas work. It's a complete circle, from idea to discovery. So we've got this incredibly powerful AI platform, and we have a good idea of how it's supposed to work. But here's the thing. What are we going to do with it? The real test is what problems, what grand challenges this thing is actually built to solve. So what's this powerful AI brain actually going to be focused on? Well, the executive order is super specific about this. This isn't some free-for-all research project. It's targeting a handful of the most critical, most strategic areas for the country's future. And I mean, just look at these domains. Every single one of them is a high-stakes global race all by itself. We're talking about everything from designing new drugs, to cracking nuclear fusion for clean energy, to building the next generation of semiconductors, all the way to inventing new materials we desperately need. The whole point of the Genesis mission is to use AI to get a serious, decisive edge in every single one of these fields. Okay, but here's what really makes you sit up and pay attention. This isn't some 10-year plan or a vague vision for the future. No, this is happening right now with a clear chain of command and a really, really aggressive schedule. So let's take a look at who's in charge and what happens next. So leading the charge on implementation is the Secretary of Energy. And that's a really strategic move because the Department of Energy, or DOE, already controls the national labs and the supercomputers, all the essential hardware for a mission like this. But it's not a one-person show. The whole thing is being coordinated by the president's science advisor, and it's set up to be this huge collaboration, pulling in top minds from labs, universities, and private industry.
And believe me, they're not wasting a single second. Look at this timeline. In just 60 days, they have to pinpoint at least 20 major challenges to tackle. 90 days, they need to have all the computing power mapped out. And get this, in just 270 days, less than a year, they have to show an actual working version of the platform solving at least one of those challenges. For a government project this big, that is moving at light speed. It just screams urgency. And this last quote from the executive order, I think it really sums up the entire ambition here. The Genesis mission is basically a strategic national effort to grab the reins of the AI revolution and point it like a fire hose directly at America's biggest problems and its greatest opportunities. So, the blueprint is there, the ambition is frankly off the charts, and the plan seems pretty detailed. But it leaves us with this one giant hanging question. The Manhattan Project worked, yeah, but that was a totally different world. Can a government-led mission like this in the 21st century really pull off that kind of world-changing success, especially in the super fast-moving, decentralized world of AI? I guess we'll have to see. The race is officially begun.